you would have read her stories or even watched her interviews with us on The Big Story.
That's right. I'm talking about the Straits Times' Science and Environment correspondent Audrey Tan, who was named Journalist of the Year earlier today in SPH's News Awards. Now, the award ceremony celebrates the best of journalism across all of SPH's publications, including the Straits Times, the Business Times, Berita Harian and Tamil Murasu.
And we have Audrey joining us now to share more on her win. Audrey, congratulations to you. How do you get your stories and your scoops, especially, particularly last year, when COVID-19 restrictions were tighter?
So yeah, hi guys, and thank you for your congratulations. Yeah, so last year was quite different for me. I mean, compared to the other 7 years or so that I've been at ST. And mainly, not only is it because of the pandemic, it was also because I was thrust into COVID-19 science reporting. So previously, I reported mainly on environmental science. And in this time around, I would have to switch tracks to focus on virology and how that would impact human health. So that was a key obstacle or challenge for me during that period, which I tried to overcome by getting in touch with scientists who thankfully were very patient in explaining to me the science of it, and also to help in my understanding of COVID-19 science. I also did a Coursera course on genomics and evolution. So that helped in my understanding of viruses and all that. So I guess a lot of the stories that I did last year had to rely on emails, getting experts to be able to respond, trawling through social media platforms like Twitter, where scientists often share their papers, and then trying to find stories that would be relevant to our Singapore audience from there. And on top of that, because mainly I was reporting on environmental issues before the pandemic, so I also had to stay abreast with the information on the climate change front, did that through social media, and also because I've established contacts in this field for a couple of years now, sometimes people alert me to things as well.
Right. And out of all the pieces that you've written last year, Audrey, which were you proudest of and why?
So some of the more memorable pieces I did last year on COVID-19 science were not just solely about text. It was also collaborations with other parts of the newsroom, such as the art desk, for instance. I remember one particular piece, we did a kind of like a cartoon thing on the COVID-19 lexicon, COVID-toons, where I worked with an artist hub to come up with cartoons that kind of exemplify the kind of new normal that we were facing, introducing new scientific terms to the audience like PCR, R0, and other kinds of scientific terms, vaccines and all that. So that was one particularly memorable piece. Another one, I think, was when I wrote about how Moderna was going to introduce or was seeking HSA approval to sell their vaccines here. And that was pretty exciting because it was before any vaccine had been approved for use worldwide, and Moderna was one of the front runners. So we did an interview with the Moderna CEO who shared with us that he was actually seeking HSA approval to market their vaccines here. So that was exciting because, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and here we are today.
All right.
I do remember the two pieces that Audrey was talking about just now.
Yeah?
So definitely memorable for us as well.
That's right. Well, thank you, Audrey, for coming onto the show, and congratulations once again. That was SPH's Journalist of the Year for 2020 Science and Environment correspondent Audrey Tan.